All right, I'm not Copper. Just a little update on the 64. I'm JJ. Hasn't been much going on with it right now because I've been busy with the wife's hearse, getting everything sorted out, getting it ready to drive down the road. Got most of the bugs worked out on it, and it's pretty much done. So today I got to play with the 64 a little bit. Not a lot, a little bit. Friend of mine loaned me a coil, which we needed since we've changed from running the HEI that Copper had to a locked out MSD just due to ease, and that one was fluctuating a little bit, and this car's already got a digital 6 Plus in it, so we're just going to run all of that. Laying out a little bit of the fuel lines, figuring out how I'm going to make stuff work. From this car was set up for an Aeromotive A1000 and a bigger regulator and everything, and we're going to run a blue pump with my smaller return style regulator. Working on a few issues with that. Digging through my piles of plug wires to get ones together to use on this to make it all work. Ohming them out with the ohm meter, make sure the ohms are good before I put them on there, make sure everything's good that way. Just little odds and ends. Gonna really work on getting some stuff done this week on it. That's the plan. Gonna try to get the wires tied up, get the fuel system tied up, work on the throttle pedal probably. Got some other plans. I actually need to talk to Copper and work out a few details, and got to get a few fittings I don't have, and just make a lot of little things. But I wanted to make a quick video. I mean, over here we got some of the more fuel system. We got the Holley blue pump we're gonna run. You know, fuel filter, some lines I had. There's the throttle linkage. Just a lot of little stuff. I gotta make another bracket for the water pump. Just a lot of little things to do. But wanted to give a little update on what's actually going on or not going on, because I've had other projects. But now that one's drove down the road today, finally shifted like it was supposed to. I have a few things with the carburetor and a few other little things on that one, but nothing major. It can actually be driven. So now I'm going to start working on this, and then everything goes well. Friday, wrong day of the week. Saturday, Copper's coming down, and we're going to work on getting this done, started. Probably drive it around a little bit. We'll see what all happens. So anyways, share, like, subscribe if you like what he's doing. Like seeing me or not seeing me. Maybe you comment, don't like me. I don't know. Anyways, I don't know his socials, especially his Instagram, but I know, I believe it's Copper's Garage on Facebook, but I'm probably wrong. I believe it's Copper Cutlass or Copper's Garage on Instagram. I don't know. He can tell you what it is for sure. Talk to you guys later. All right, another quick video here from the Twin J Racing Garage here, working on the 64. Gotta love it when you got the best speed shop in the world just down the street from you. Go need some fittings to make some stuff work. Run down there. They got everything in stock you need. No problems. It's great. I mean, it's like half mile up the road. Great things, you know, when you have a bunch of fittings, but not the fittings you need to make something work that, you're just trying to make work together. So you get the fittings, and hopefully by the end of tonight we will have that figured out and all plumbed up, and we will have the rest of the wires on it. We've got 6 of them on, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got to repair one, and then I got to find one in my collection. This one had a broken end and wasn't ohming out yet. Let me get it in the frame here. Wasn't ohming out the way I needed it to, so I got to crimp a new end on it, you know, with our favorite tool. And then I got to pick another wire that I want for the make it work out of my collection of stuff. So those are my goals for tonight, to get that done. There's a shot of the distributor I talked about in the previous video on switching from the HEI to a locked out MSD distributor. It actually even has the phasing rotor on it, so you can adjust that for when you change the timing with the locked out, so it points better at your wire or your lug on the distributor. Great reading on MSD and stuff about how to do that. Something I've actually just recently learned myself, and I need to do it to my car, but hasn't happened yet. And, you know, like I said, I will get this done, or hopefully get this done tonight if everything goes well. And I'll keep you guys posted on how the fuel system and the wires come out. And I think that's about it. So I'm going to let you go for now, and we'll talk about it later. All right. We have the finished product here for the fuel pressure regulator. We got tie-in coming the main fuel in, hose loop into the regulator, then fuel out going to the carburetor, and then we have the return line, which you can't really see from this angle, but you have the return line going out. Got that all sorted out, you know, and this is not the proper way to do it, but this is a way it'll function because we're trying to save the integrity of what was there, because it's going to go back to what was there. And anyways, anybody not think this car is low down and dirty? This was my original thought. Piece of 1/2-inch aluminum line that I just dropped on the ground. But a piece of 1/2-inch aluminum line, which I bent 2 of these, and I kinked one trying to make it work. And I just couldn't get it where I needed it to go, so we ended up going with the hose. But, you know, you bend the aluminum line. You put, sorry, forgive me, I'm holding my phone. Slide the nut on. Slide the sleeve on. And then you would flare it, and you could use it. But, didn't work out. So, you know, this is where Copper would say you just got to go with it and make changes as needed. So, you know, we made it work. It's mounted. It's in. Until I get the pump mounted in and run fuel up to it, we won't know 100% on leaks, but everything's tight and should be good to get fuel up to there. And I also wanted to mention, which I forgot, you know, like Copper said, people who have been helping us out and loaning us parts or giving us parts or whatever, you know, that distributor is on loan from, you know, another person. Basically, as Copper would say, Dave, the guy that built this motor originally, and actually whose car this originally was, has loaned us many a parts, including that distributor. And one other little thing, which I had to go down to my favorite speed shop and go get while I was putting stuff together, I haven't put it all the way together, is when Copper built this, he set it up with a regular mechanical gauge fitting for the water temperature. Well, this car has been outfitted with electrical gauges, so I had to go get another bushing for 1/8-inch MPT to 1/2-inch MPT to make everything work the way I needed it to. So, just, you know, it's another little odds and ends. That's where having a speed shop, but in any hardware store you could have got it, it just wouldn't have been nice in aluminum. So, I'm going to let you guys go for now. A little progress. Going to work on plug wires next, but like everything else in life, ended up having to help a friend with a tire issue and a few other things going on tonight. So nothing ever goes as planned. Just got to keep that in mind. All right, I thought about this and I mentioned it. I don't think Copper's covered this. So I wanted to make mention because I had said it, I'm ohming the wires to see what the resistance is. What you're doing is seeing how much resistance it is for electrical flow in the wire. And it's real easy to do. You have to have your friendly voltmeter, and you have to set it to ohms, which I set mine to 20K. And what you want is less than 1 ohm of resistance per foot of wire. So we'll call this 2 foot, give or take. It sounds like a fishing story, but whatever. You got your 2 ends of your voltmeter, or your multimeter, or whatever the heck they call them. I'm no electrician. But stick one in here, making sure you make good metal contact. And stick one in here. I always go on the metal between the boot and that, so it kind of holds it so I don't have both hands tied up. And as you can see, this is a 0.85 reading on this wire, which means it's good. It's less than 1 ohm per foot, which all the wires were basically in the same category. I run the Taylor Spiral Pros. Everybody's got their personal opinion on which wire to run, but this is the one I showed earlier where the end was broke off. I already crimped and put a new end on it. But I wanted to show you guys what I was talking about when I said I'm ohming the wires to make sure they're good. And that's actually how I found this one was bad. I was trying to ohm it. It wouldn't ohm. got into it, found out some rust had built up inside, and when I pulled on it, it just fell apart. So I fixed it. It's another good wire to put on the car. Now, I did find one when I was working on it, digging through, and this is something else to look for. Is like if your insulation's beat up or tore up. I don't know why this one is, but it is. So this obviously is a wire you don't run. You will get what I call a lightning show in the dark because the wire is bad. But just little FYI, and I'll talk to you guys later. All right, we got another little problem here, and I'm trying to show all the little problems and little stuff you could run into when you're hodgepodging parts and trying to use stuff that other people have given you, and you have no idea what someone or what's did or was thinking or whatever. Anyways, I don't know how familiar a lot of you guys are with MSD, but normally, number one, these would be purple and green wires, not black with violet and black with orange. And normally they would have the opposite plug, a lot like this one. So you can plug it into this wire to your magnetic pickup, which goes to our Digital 6 box inside. But I digress. Some odd reason, that didn't happen. Somebody cut and put these spade connectors on here. And it's an older distributor, so I had to Google and find out which wires go to which wires, because there is a positive and a negative, and I guess if you hook them up backwards, it will be unhappy. I don't know. I've never experienced that. Everything I've ever used has had to plug. So, from what I found on 3 or 4 different sites and forums, it would make sense that the purple and black would go to the purple, right? No. The purple and black goes to the green, and the black and the orange goes to the purple. Makes sense? No, but that's what they did. So I made a little adapter, which I think you guys may call it a quick trick. That'll plug into that wire there and has the spade connectors to put it together. I didn't sacrifice a whole cable because somebody had already, before me, cut it and spliced it and got rid of that end anyways. So it was here. It's a sacrifice. Yeah, we're going to make this work. So, talk to you guys later. All right, real quick. It's been a long day of wrenching on this thing. Got a lot of things accomplished. Still got a lot of things left to go. Got all the wires in place. Got the distributor hooked up, coil hooked up, fuel system done. Trans is in on the mount. Well, there's no mount, but it's mounted to the cross member. Cross member's bolted up. There's a lot. Starter's hooked up. Got the temperature gauge hooked up, but I got to get a tube for the oil pressure sending unit. Got a lot accomplished. Still got a lot of little things left to do. Dry shaft, finish the rear fuel. A lot of little things left to do. But the other day when Copper was here, he left me a love letter of stuff to get done, and sad as it is, I really didn't cross anything off of this. We're waiting on a trans dipstick. I did check the motor mount, so I guess I can't cross that off. But it is what it is. We're working on it. So I wrote him a love letter back. All the stuff that's left in my mind. We got water pump, wiring and bracket, water neck, hoses, alt, sending unit, oil sending unit, carb spacer that we're talking about, throttle link, rear fuel system, dry shaft. I know I covered a lot of these. Battery, we got to figure that out. Shifter swap, trans dipstick, which we're waiting on. A friend of ours, so many people have helped us out on this project, is sending us one of those. Get the trans cable hooked up. And then hopefully, like he said, we're going to try to start this Saturday. He's coming down. And hopefully we'll get started and go from there. So my son doesn't make fun of me for the next week, Josh. Copper's Cutlass, YouTube and Instagram. Follow, share, like, subscribe. I'm not going to listen to it, so there it is. My cheat sheet. But anyways, I hope you guys are enjoying this. Tomorrow I'm not going to work on it. Wednesday I probably won't. Maybe Thursday I'll be able to get some done. But it is what it is. We're plugging away. We're hoping for October. Go out and have a day of fun or a weekend of fun or whatever happens. Other than that, you guys know what to do, and we'll see you later.